So once again, I reiterate that we're talking just about the animal sign of the year.
Yep.
We're leaving out 7/8 of the chart. Okay.
Okay.
So
So people are
so
aware.
it's definitely not the be all and end all, and there's always different ways of looking at things. I tend to look at a few different methods, but the main method I use is looking at the life cycles of the animal signs
Yeah.
within the current year.
Okay.
And looking at how that affects different areas of life within the current year.
That makes sense.
So, and also the interaction, obviously. Tigers, a new beginning.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going to feel like a new beginning for tigers. Basically, the tiger is yang wood,
Yep.
and the stem of the year is yang wood. So they're so the animal signs are the earthly branches, and then the stems are the heavenly stems. So
Yep.
the tiger's got access to heaven, is the way we say it.
Sounds good.
Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Not only that, the dragon has hidden wood. Okay, so makes wood stronger.
Yep.
Helps. So the tiger's very strong this year.
Okay.
Very
wow.
strong,
Sounds
which
good.
is
Sounds
good. Now, there is a downside to that, is that they taken too far, tigers can come across as dogmatic and aggressive, where what they may only think that they're being assertive, but other people can take them as being aggressive. So I'm saying to all tigers, hopefully, that you've taken the lessons that began in 2022 in the year of the
Year of
yang,
the
yang tiger, and use them to change the way you interact with people. Remember before I talked about the Shiganlu? And the tiger is the trigger for the Shiganlu. So in a similar way that the ox triggers good luck for people in 2024, the tiger can trigger bad luck for people in 2024.
For people generally?
In general, without thinking about it, not trying to do it, just because that's the energy of the year.
Okay. Okay.
And some people are going to react badly to tigers,
Yeah.
which is going to leave a lot of tigers feeling very puzzled. But the key to it is that the fact that the year pillar, the pillar of this year, is Jia Chen, which is a Shigan Lu, one of the 10 bad and utterly defeated, and the tiger is the trigger. Okay, so the tiger doesn't get the bad luck; it just triggers it
For other people.
for other people. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but it sounds like they won't be very popular this year. Not a very popular person.
Probably not. And actually, we'll leave them feeling puzzled as to what have I done? Why don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you like me? Now, tigers born in 74 and 86 will have the easiest 2024.
Oh, okay.
Nice and smooth. Anyone born in 1950, 1962 or 2010. So those three tiger types
Yep.
are going to have a bit of more difficulty with people and that triggering effect.
Yeah.
Not that they're going to have a bad year, just the triggering effect. So 1974, 1986 tigers, not much of a trigger at all. Like they probably won't even notice that Shigan Lu thing.
Yeah.
But 50, 62 and 2010, people are going to arc up for no reason, and you'll just go, whoa,
Well, with
what
those
have I done?
2010, they're still children. I think going into high school,
Yeah.
now. Yeah, most of it would be difficult in
In high school.
high school, junior
shifting
high.
over, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's very true. But overall, the Tiger's very strong this year, so you'd be able to railroad everyone else anyway. So, your love and personal life. So, tigers have had a tough time
Okay.
in romance, and they're on the comeback trail.
Okay.
But what they'll find, tigers tend to place more emphasis on the physical, what you look like,
Oh, okay.
than on the inside
That's
stuff.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's just people. Everyone's different. It'd
Yeah.
be a boring world if we're all the same.
Of course.
Although, as I said before, we've got a lot more in common that we have that's different. So, what tigers will find is that they're placing less emphasis on physical attraction and more emphasis on the emotion of a relationship, which is really a big thing for tigers. Very big thing.
Oh, okay.
People born in the year of the tiger can be quite superficial when it comes to love relationships. In general,
Appearances count.
yeah. But also, like the ox, tigers need to work on their ox don't need to work on their relationship with their parents. That will start improving anyway.
Yeah.
Tigers do need to work on their relationship with their parents and older people, mainly because they're not going to be here forever.
Oh, the parents.
The parents and older generations that are important to them, they're not going to be here forever. Tigers tend to be always busy and maybe not have enough time. And this year it's time to spend time. Yeah?
Yeah.
The dragon helps the tiger travel.
Okay.
Which is lovely. A nice escape. Now, because we've got the Shiganlu with the year, just to be on the safe side, I've suggested that tigers should take their breaks, have a holiday, enjoy themselves, plan everything very carefully. Okay. And arrive early. Because tigers are the trigger.
Yep.
So you don't want to be running late and then all of a sudden the flight's cancelled or something happens. And, you just don't want to be triggering any bad luck along the way. The one thing, and I will go, sorry about this, all you oxen people, and sorry, tigers. I didn't mention with the ox is one of the Shen Sha is the quarrel Shen Sha, which is linked to the damage between the dragon and the ox. So ox people, that's part of that safe space thing I was talking about. Quarrelling and arguing with people, and people are going to be picking fights.
Yeah.
Have you walk away. You don't need to put up with that. Now, back to tigers. I apologise, tigers. I really didn't mean to do that. I did forget, though, to mention. So as far as tigers are concerned, you can have a nice escape. Plan carefully, arrive early. Just make certain that everything goes to plan. So any tigers that have a rabbit on their chart can suffer from an overload of wood element. Too much, because we'll end up with rabbit, tiger and dragon, which is a seasonal combination of wood with yang wood as the leader. So that can lead to liver, kidney or digestive issues for tigers in particular. The other thing is the year dragon for the tiger back into love and personal life and health is one of the Shen Sha called funeral gate. Generally means just avoid hospitals, churches, graveyards, that low energy, because the tiger's moving forward this year, like very well forward. Those places will tend to drag their energy down, and it'll take them time to rebuild to get out of that sort of rut, as it were, of the sickness energy. The funeral gate is affecting the tiger this year, as well as all those other things that I've mentioned already. So as far as career and money goes, over the last few years, many tigers would have already been building on portfolios. Okay. rather than trying to compete in the workplace. So last year and the year before, that was the advice I gave tigers. Don't compete in the workplace. Normally, your charisma and energy takes you to the top.
Yep.
The last 2 years,
No.
it just annoys people.
They annoy people?
No,
or
yeah,
what do you
they
mean?
annoy people.
Yeah.
Their behaviour and attitude and get things done and go. It's just annoyed people for the last 2 years. So this year, it's not going to annoy them as much, so you can get ahead, but it's still better off focus on the investments and the portfolio more so than competing and trying to ladder climb at work.
But more like consolidating your position, is that what you mean?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Consolidating.
Well, no, keep investing.
Yeah, like yeah. But more focused on, I guess, your
Put it this way:
side
many
of things.
tigers like to compete.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the sports field, whether it's at home, mostly in the workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's still not time to compete in the workplace, which is where they would normally like to do it. It's time to stick with the investments and stick with building your wealth through the different method, not by trying to ladder climb. Do you understand?
Yeah.
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 More focus on yourself rather than
Yeah.
with everyone else.
That's right. So this year, boost of wood energy. See, tigers can boost them towards any goals. Okay, not just corporate goals, not just like any of their own goals that they want. Now, if they want to be the next CEO, then okay, that's fine. You can get boosted to that. But the problem can be doing too many things at once.
Yeah.
It's a bit of that everything bagel, everything everywhere all at once.
All at once, yeah.
Too much. Because next year, 2025, all that wood energy turns into fire.
Year of the
So
snake.
if people that are tigers expend all that energy this year and then get into 2025, it's burnt out. Like, it's very difficult to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing 20 things at once.
Yeah.
So it's better to consolidate, as you said before.
Yeah.
Focus on that investment side of things. Put that money aside. Make it work for you. Yeah, if you're a tiger. But yeah, don't try and tick all the boxes. Don't try and think that every single opportunities you've got to accept and take.
Yeah.
You're far better off. All tigers, one thing at a time, finish it, get on with the next thing. A great year overall, but to be effective, especially going into 2025, because 2025 is snake, which is a penalty for the tiger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we want to make sure that you get to hold on to those things that that tigers create this year.
Okay.
Because if they're not completed and not finalised by 2025, there's a chance that it could all be taken away.
Okay. So your tip then, can I just summarise,
Sure.
is basically lots of opportunities, but don't overdo it. So, and consolidate so you're able to hang on to it when conditions aren't that good next year.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Yep.
Absolutely correct. So that's in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. So,
That's exactly what Tigers year is
Tigers
ahead. Should be feeling fantastic, getting ahead, but you can do too much and you can burn yourself out and end up with nothing next year.
Yeah, when conditions aren't that favourable.
That's right.
To
That's
you.
right.
Yeah, and I guess I know quite a few tigers. So they've been hanging off and wanting to know. I mean, I know a couple that wanted to really start business this year.
Yeah. No,
and now
they
wants
can do.
to,
Absolutely.
and they'll be able to pull it off.
But one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
Get helpers. You can't do everything by yourself.
And don't overreach. So
don't overreach.
What are you going to take on too much?
That's right. That's exactly right.
So
that's the tiger.
Okay.
That's the
That's
tiger.
Australia.
Pretty good year all over.
Put a good year over, but just don't overdo it, tigers.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Yeah.